My name is Nina Holland. I'm from Corporate Europe Observatory. We are an organization based in Brussels, and we have been campaigning on the issue of soy, GMOs for some years. And part of that is that we are opposing the Roundtable on Responsible Soy that is led by WWF. Well, they started the Roundtable on Responsible Soy in 2005 together with a Swiss supermarket. From the beginning it has been clear that genetically modified soy, so RoundupReady soy, will be included in that label as responsible, which we find very problematic. Today we did this action because in 1 week time there will be an international conference in Brazil of the RTRS. There they will decide on their criteria. So what is responsible soy? It doesn't look good, the result. The criteria will be very weak. In addition, it will not stop the soy expansion, so it will only increase the problems, while the companies that are sitting at the table can benefit from the responsible label, from the green image that the Panda logo will provide to them. And so they have 1 week more to withdraw from this roundtable, and that is what we are demanding. So we have been sending them the demands by email, by post, international declarations signed by many organizations. They've always responded in the same way, in a very evasive way, saying that they're opposed to GMOs, but on the other hand find it too important to take part in this roundtable and therefore label RoundupReady soy as responsible, which we find completely contradictory. And that's what we came to tell here today, is that we find it an embarrassment for a conservation organization, what they claim they are, to be in association with Monsanto, Syngenta, Cargill, ADM and the whole rest of it, that are causing so much damage in countries like Paraguay and Argentina. So we thought it was high time to pay them a visit and to put our demands personally into their hands. So that's what we came to do.
Blijf bij de les, jongen! Kom op, wereldnatuur, balletje weg. Maar het gaat ons om het grotere doel. We moeten realistisch zijn. Uiteindelijk zal het resultaat van verantwoorde soja toch positief zijn voor ons allemaal. Daarom pinken we een traantje weg en zetten we onze poot onder de verklaring. Ja! Ja, kom op! Hiermee verklaar ik geen RoundupReady soja voor verantwoord. Pootje! Pootje, 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 pootje! Kom op! Pootje! Kom op, pootje! Kom op, pootje, 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 pootje. Hier. Namens Monsanto, namens het Wereldnatuurfonds, Panda! Kom op!
It's not just us, it's mainly the rural population and peasant movements in the south that are suffering of the soy expansion. It's being grown on millions and millions of hectares in Argentina, Paraguay, Brazil, and it's displacing not only nature but also small farming systems. So people, rural communities, getting enclosed by RoundupReady soy fields on which so much pesticides is being used that it affects their health and their fields. Soy farmers use all kinds of methods to eventually buy up their land or take their land in some other way. So basically what you see is empty schools, empty villages, and later a soy field covering it. And that's what's happening in large parts of Argentina, in Paraguay and Brazil. So that is why we are opposed to RoundupReady soy. Yeah, the problem is that companies can, on the existing fields that are already cut, they can grow responsible soy. They can continue at the same time, or the banks that are involved, they can invest in continued soy expansion in other regions, where maybe the soy cannot be labeled responsible, but there will always be a market for not responsible soy as well. So the companies can benefit from both sides. They can benefit from the responsible soy market and they can benefit from the non-responsible soy market. So in the end you're not forcing them to really change anything. I think we brought the message directly to all the personnel of WWF. I think that so far hasn't really happened. We have written to board members, we have written to the responsible campaigners, the director, but I think now the whole of WWF is aware that there are people that find this really a problem, and that there's international resistance to this initiative. So I think that we have achieved. I think we have built up the criticism, the pressure, the visibility of this problem, and that is what we came here to do. Well, I think this is, indirectly a promotion of other types of actions like fighting the factory farming, fighting the big pig farms, the big importers of soy, rather than working on a responsible label for this soy. I think for the large audience, it makes them at least aware that responsible soy is not responsible, and I think that is, and therefore not worth giving a premium price for. And I think that is what is really important, that people are aware that these kind of greenwash initiatives exist. Well, if they are, for example, donating to WWF, they can phone them up and complain and say, I'm supporting your organization, why are you supporting RoundupReady soy? That's one thing they can do, which will be very effective. I think one thing that is, if you look a little bit closer, I think it's interesting to see that the Dutch government and Dutch organizations are almost entirely financing the Roundtable on Responsible Soy, and that with this money they are financing outreach activities in producing countries like Argentina, and there the RTRS representatives are saying to soy producers, listen, soy has a very bad name in Europe. There's a lot of disinformation about deforestation and chased away communities, and therefore you should join the RTRS because your name will improve. So they're actually undermining the distribution of information that NGOs here in the Netherlands are doing about the impacts of soy, and saying that the RTRS will make the image of these soy farmers better. And exactly in these areas, soy expansion is causing deforestation and the chasing away of indigenous communities, like in the regions of Salta in northwest Argentina. So I think that's an important thing to look at, what is the RTRS doing in practice. And I think it is rather legitimizing and fostering the expansion of soy rather than really addressing the problems.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I would like to add.